Welcome to MiSpot, where we balance, heal, and activate who we truly are. You can call me High Key Kiki. I really don't have a lot to say tonight. We're celebrating the full moon in Cancer. I'll just say that there's a lot of emotion here, which that's what Cancer is about. That's what the full moon is about. There's also a lot of change. Okay, could be emotional changes. You could be seeing a lot of synchronicities. However, I do not want to talk a lot. I really just want to jump in and see where the Holy Spirit leads us. So let's just go ahead and ground our energy by sitting up straight, allowing our hands to rest comfortably in our laps as we begin to take deep breaths in through our nose and long breaths out through our mouth. In through the nose, breathing in all that is, connecting to the universe, and breathing out, releasing all tension, stress, and toxicity. Breathe in again, and release. One more time, breathe in through the nose, breathing in love and support and stability, and breathing out frustration, pain, fear, releasing it with every exhale. And as we continue to breathe in and out, just allow ourselves to reconnect to Source, our higher selves, the Holy Spirit, our ancestors of love and divine light closest to the sun. Allow ourselves to feel the energy of that connection high above our heads, and allow that warm, loving energy to run down over our face, the back of our heads, all sides of our necks, down our chest, our shoulders, our back, down our arms, into our fingers and out, back up over into our heart space. That loving energy warms our hearts, allows them to radiate and be activated and connected to divine source. And allow that loving, warm light of healing energy to continue to run down, soothing our gut, calming our reproductive organs, and down out in between our legs into the soles of our feet, and then allow that energy to penetrate the earth, pushing out and allowing us to release any blockages to freedom, stability, security, and support. And just allow ourselves to feel the groundedness and the connection that we have to Mother Earth. Allow our roots to run all the way down into her core, that warm red center of red crystal light, beaconing energy of love and support. And allow our roots to wrap around that core and absorb the support of Mother Earth. And as we inhale all that we need and exhale all that we don't, allow ourselves to feel open, connected, and fully supported, and thanking our spirit teams for supporting us as we ground, heal, and activate ourselves this evening under this full moon in Cancer. We thank you, Mother Earth, for always being our source of grounding. We feel safe, loved, and fully secure and supported. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Jesus. It is done. And when you're ready, you can just slowly bring your awareness back to the room by wiggling your toes or fluttering your fingers and slowly open your eyes. I think I needed that more than I realized. So, I'll just say this before I jump into the cards, but there could be, you could be feeling like, when I say emotional, it doesn't necessarily mean tears, but you could be realizing that you might not really be surrounded by folks that are fully supportive or understanding of your emotions, or at least they may not act like they are. And so you might be feeling like a little alone, like maybe misunderstood, or people don't really understand how you feel. And I think that that's kind of like the energy that we're in right now. But I think that what's happening is that it's allowing us to see who's not in alignment with us on an emotional level. It's also kind of exposing certain energies that just want to be difficult or want to be low vibrational. Could be some jealousy, so there could possibly be some weirdness in that area. Just kind of like realizing like where to stop expecting. And I know expectation is really like a big word, but because we have to release expectation oftentimes to not be disappointed. But a lot of times when you're very intuitive, you kind of know like when somebody is BSing, especially if it's someone you know and you know them well, when like they're like bullshitting you on how they're really feeling or something like that. So you could kind of be like, I know better. You know, I know that I'm not tripping. I know that I'm not crazy. And you could be just kind of feeling like, maybe these just aren't my people, and I'm over trying to get them to see things my way when you don't even really give it a whole lot. You may voice your opinion here and there every now and then, but you really just kind of go with things and just let things flow. But you might be realizing that like, I really gotta let go of the expectation of this emotional understanding here, because I don't really see the growth or the changes. So you may find yourself like realizing that the space or circle that you're surrounded in might not necessarily be opening you up and expanding you to the possibilities and the opportunities that are really for you. It's almost like it's like a hindrance or a block, or no support or no understanding. Or it's almost like maybe because people don't understand or don't know, they kind of choose to not show up or choose to show up a certain way because of what they don't know. So you might feel like you're the smartest one in the room, and you like, I want to be around people who either at least know what I know or know more than me. And I can feel, you know, welcomed and appreciated. That's what it is. Going where we are loved and appreciated and not tolerated. Not saying that we need validation, but just making, just allowing ourselves to be in the rooms with energy and folks that are like-minded, but also supportive. Okay? All right. I'm going to jump right into the Moonology. There could be some contracts that people could be like, maybe soul contracts that people could be either in the process of ending or they want to end. And so these things could be on your mind. Like, I think I just put a little bit of oil on my cards. And it could be causing some fear, anxiety, uneasiness. But that's the energy of what's happening right now. So it's like we are in alignment. I will say that. We've confirmed often that we're in alignment. So I would say don't be afraid of that. Oh, I really don't want to mess up my cards. So I'll say that. So that's the good thing. We're on the right path. We've gotten that confirmation over and over and over again. So there, the transition is here, and energetically right now, it's exposing a lot of the emotional pieces and stuff, which can oftentimes not be easy, especially if we've been emotionally abused, emotionally bullied, emotionally frustrated, just not necessarily feeling great. So emotionally, okay? So we're going to release that. Those are the things that we're releasing, the blockages, the baggage, the emotional bullcrap that's not serving our best and highest good, and then recognizing the spirits attached to that emotional baggage, and allowing ourselves to we're thinking about cutting those ties. We're realizing that it doesn't do anything for us but make us tight or uptight or frustrated or annoyed or in like a panic or anxious kind of energy. And we don't do anxiety over here, okay? My Bible says be anxious for nothing, but in everything with prayer and supplication with thanksgiving make your requests known to God, and the peace that surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts through Christ Jesus. I hope I didn't butcher that, but I think that's how it goes. All right, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Fire. Okay? Fire. Passion. Action. Bottom of the deck. Look at the bigger picture. This actually, I think, came out because we celebrated a new moon in Sagittarius last month. Yeah. So look at the bigger picture. This came out last month in our new moon celebration. And then look at that North Node peeking out. So there's a reminder to stay in our highest vibration, stay in our higher self. May have to do some grounding, because oftentimes when we're trying to stay connected to source, we can kind of be in the clouds sometimes. So at least I think of it like that. So I have to intentionally ground my energy by either exercising, stretching, walking, just moving my physical body, excuse me, or just intentionally grounding my energy, whether it just be a grounding meditation or exercise, which I have. It's 5 minutes, it's free, it's guided. All you have to do is lay there, breathe, and listen to the prompts, okay? So let's read It's Time to Take Action, New Moon in Aries. So Aries marks the new year, astrological new year. So it's kind of like that blank slate kind of energy, starting over, fresh start. Okay, the flame is lit. The flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons, and you're on the right track. Drawing this card is a superbly positive sign if there is something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. This is the time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, but you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for. But the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. The caution: don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. Attuned to the moon. Don't even think about giving up. Additional meanings for this card: do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. You need a 12-month plan. A new male is coming into your life. The teaching: Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so the new moon in Aries is the first of the 12 or 13 new moons of the year. If you're committed to working with all the lunations, then the new moon in Aries is the right time to start. And drawing this card, no matter when you do it, signifies it's also the ideal time to start your moon work, such as setting intentions. I really appreciate this because, one, I felt like this emotion of Cancer has kind of made me be more vocal about my emotions. So I find myself speaking more about how I feel or responding, and giving my emotions a voice, not quieting them, not trying to change them, allowing them to be as raw as possible. But I also know that that can come off kind of brash or harsh if they're very direct and raw. And so I appreciate the reminder that we're on the right path and that what we are leaning towards is here, and to keep going. It mentioned, Aries being the first sign of the zodiac and how this is a nice time to start, to kick off things, okay? And we may find ourselves in that energy right now since the new year here on physical realm, or at least in the US. Between now and the actual new year, that was confirmation. Oh, football's on too, so we have to make this quick. But it's a good reminder to like be, stay assertive, like asserting ourselves. But I think between now and the new year in Aries, we're probably going to continue to feel this like startup kind of energy, and to kind of give ourselves some grace with that. That's what I heard here. Because it's like, don't go too fast and forget your manners. So it's like, take your time, still treat people well, but because we don't want to create bad karma for ourselves at this moment. So it did say, of course, not to give up. It said that to do our best and be happy with that. So I hope that you're feeling like you're doing your best right now. Don't be brash. And then here's that 12-month plan, right? It's a great time. We were just talking in the last moon celebration about reevaluating our plan or reevaluating our goals and just making sure that we're still in alignment with them, right? We're only, 12 days in? And here we're being reminded to just make sure that we have a plan and that we're working our plan. All right, and then a new male is coming into your life is exciting. I don't know what to say about that. But yes, it says if you're committed to working with the lunations, then the new moon in Aries is the right time to start. And drawing this card, no matter when, signifies it's also an ideal time to start your moon work, such as setting intentions. And that's exactly what we're doing tonight. So that's the biggest confirmation, because I've been feeling like trying to explain to friends, even family, like how I'm learning more about astrology and how I'm manifesting, and I can feel the alignment. I can even feel the moon phases coming on. Like you feel it in so many different ways, and just trying to capture that it's like trying to explain it. I feel like I sound like a crazy person, or like I'm talking in circles or something like that, or it's just like falling on deaf ears. And it kind of makes me like a little annoyed or frustrated, because I'm like, I know this, I know what I know, and I know that this makes sense. I just think that people just aren't necessarily in that space to really absorb it, or to be able to process it. And maybe, you know, it'll take some time, but I can't get caught up on what they're unable to understand right now. All I can do is just keep doing what I'm doing. And one of the things that I really, really, really have learned over the past few years is that I can show you better than I can tell you. And so a lot of folks get triggered because I'm very communicative. I think I'm pretty great and powerful with my words. I manifest by what I say. And so oftentimes people can be intimidated by that, because a lot of folks don't really live in their truth. They're not very authentic with their word, or impeccable or intentional with their word. And so a lot of times when I talk, I may trigger folks, and not even intentionally. And so I'm learning, just be quiet and just continue to do you, and to show up for yourself, and let them see. And the ones that get it, they will get it. They will come in. And the ones that don't, it doesn't matter, okay? And it's not to be a jerk or to write people off or throw people away, but it's kind of releasing the energy of going in a circle, or releasing the energies that hold you back or down. They're not necessarily lifting you up, okay? You may feel like you're always the one trying to lift everybody up to where you are, and a lot of people just are more comfortable with not being there. So look at the big picture. I'll drop the link in here to the last moon, and you can listen to the confirmation on that by looking at that video. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, so that I know that I'm not doing this in vain, and somebody understands. Somebody gets it, and these messages are helping. Okay, I know that, you know, I'm not afraid to work through my shadow work. I'm not afraid to dive in. I'm not afraid to be challenged, especially with my words. And so I realized that oftentimes that's not a lot of folks' strong suit. So they're, you know, very rare humans, apparently, that tell the truth. Or that are try to operate from that level of intensity, that level of authenticity. Maybe it's intense, but it probably is intense to some people, because it's just not a place that they're used to operating from. And I know my role. I know what I'm sent and called here to do. And I also know what comes with it, what comes with that territory. And there's scripture, you know, that says that prophets are not welcome even in their hometown, because people have a hard time processing what prophets can see, because they see so far ahead. They always are delivering the message of God. And oftentimes, most of the time, most people are not in a space where they want to hear it. You know, there's select folks, and typically people come once they're hurt, angry, lonely, tired. That's when they'll come to get that word. Whereas, you know, just kind of off the regular, it's not necessarily something that they want to hear, you know. And so if you're constantly, that's what you see, you're constantly seeing the messages, and they're in like neon flashing lights, and you can see it, and you're trying to like warn someone or give someone the message, and it just falls like blank. But I promise you, you're always probably 10 steps ahead, and it probably shows, you know. So some folks will get on board, most won't, but that's okay. We can't get caught up on numbers right now. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. And what we are doing is attracting quality, okay? We are attracting quality souls of quality. Souls of quality, that's cool. We're attracting quality souls that are ready to do the work. They are tired of the same old mundane, going through the same cycles. They want more for themselves, possibly more for their children. Those are the people that are going to be resonating. The people who want growth, the people who are not afraid to do the work, the people, oh my goodness, this is a lot of spirit. So we have Sacred Phoenix Heart, okay? Number 21, breaking down 2 or 3. Oh, you could be seeing like 555 a lot. I actually was seeing 411. I think I saw that number 2 or 3 times today. You could be seeing a lot of synchronicities for sure. You who show the way. Number 33. This is what I was talking about. Like you're the guide. You know, I'm the guide. The shaman, the guide through the darkness, you know, but people have to be open, right? Let love transform. Number 14, breaking down to a 5, representing that change again. Whirling Goddess, number 30. Interesting. I don't think I've ever gotten this card. Oh, now I see her better on the screen. It looks like the moon. This could look like the moon right here. Whirling Goddess, never gotten that one. I don't think you who showed the way, I don't think I've gotten this one either. Maybe once. I don't know if it was on a video that I recorded though. And then 1. Okay? With the number 6. So, a reminder to continue to use our intuition to guide us, to not give up, to keep moving forward, because you're the leader, you're the chosen one, you're the one to show the way, you're the one that is on the path. A lot of 3s out here. So there is an alignment, there is a balancing happening. Love is here. Goddess energy is here. Oneness, uniform connection is here. On the bottom, we have Merciful Mother Jamal, number 44. That's another number that's been coming up over the past couple days. So there's some feminine energy. There's a lot of fire and passion here. So let's read the Sacred Phoenix Heart. And then we'll see how much time we have and decide how we'll move forward. Sacred Phoenix Heart, number 21. Excuse me. Ooh. All right. Sacred Phoenix Heart. Under the cover, let me show you the card. I think it's good to look at it while I read it. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says, the world is limited in 6 directions. There is no way out. Love says, there is a way, and I have traveled it many times. Rumi. How I adore your defiant, rebellious heart. It knows that what for the mind is an end, is for the heart simply another match to ignite the sacred flames. It eats of love until it is filled and then becomes hungry again and eats some more. And again and again. It eats of love until it is so full it must simply explode into a sacred fire of passion. It bursts, incapable of sustaining old consciousness in the expanse of blessings unlimited, lavished upon it through the great beloved's affection. It would be like attempting to fit an ocean in a teacup. So it does not. It bursts forth like a dying star into spectacular radiance, only to be reborn again, new and hungry for the next feeding frenzy in love's great banquet. How I adore your defiant, spectacular heart. Love guides us through travails that seem improbable, if not impossible. It does not shy away from any challenge, from any cause. It cannot. It is just love's way. Love says to us, there is always another way. You are receiving this guidance now. Perhaps you are scratching your head quizzically on or are in deeper despair because you appear to have met a dead end, a frowning no, or a dismissive laugh upon your request to bring love alive. So then, do you choose to believe in love or in the death of sorts your heart faces? Your heart shall rally. I choose death because that is the portal to new life. And so it is wise, you see, you must be brave. To be burned in love, by love, for love will involve endurance of pain, but it will also place in it context. It is the shorter pain that is not compounded by erroneous thinking. That pain comes and goes quite quickly when you realize that love is simply playful, smacking your wrist and saying, "Not that way, beloved." There are great pitfalls on that path. Come, take this one, where there shall be wine and dancing. So you are guided to accept the closed doors, the death, the pain, and to let it become tender for your fire. Cry whatever tears you need to be cried so your tinder can be dry and ready to create the sparks your heart needs. That sacred phoenix, ready to die into life within you, is hungry for the fire. Let it feast so it can fulfill its potential, its divine destiny, and become born again into new form, more divinely aligned and alive than ever before. This oracle comes with a message for you. You may feel as though you have been wandering in a desert for many years with no oasis in sight. You might have been through darkness, through trials, endured confusion and uncertainty as you sought for your truth, sought divine revelation, and sought your purpose to confirm your plans. Seek no more. The answers are now given, or very soon will be, and the life, the passion, the purpose, it will all come to you in clarity. Does life need to be grasped for? It is bestowed according to grace and destiny. It need not be sought so much as received. The spiritual destiny that calls your soul, even whilst you may feel your bodily ears are deaf to the call, makes your heart leap. It is as though hearing the beloved's voice and stirring an ancient memory of love so powerful moves you, even without you necessarily understanding how or why. So let the life come to you. Be prepared to let the old version of your life pass away into the new life now being born. What does this mean? It means letting go of your striving, your opinions, your doubts, your despair, and your fears. Life wants to happen through you, blazing angel. You don't have to do much other than to get out of your own way. Love is your nature. Let it flourish, and life shall unfold accordingly. This oracle brings a particular message regarding divine timing, that oh so significant factor in our dreams coming to life. Your time is fast approaching. It may even be now. It may seem least likely to you. There may be great darkness or confusion, and yet the unveiling of the new dawn is closest to the deepest darkness of night. Do not turn back or away from your progress. Your very next steps shall be upon hallowed ground, rendered golden by the rays of the rising sun. I heard nothing is forever. Nothing is forever. And I also heard that everyone deserves and wants to be loved. That's what I heard by reading this. So, love is on the horizon. Love is here already. There's definitely, like I said, an alignment, a balancing out. The moon card said that, you know, someone was coming in. Like there's a lot of passion and fire here. So that's great. But there's also a lot of blue and purple that give me like divine connection. You know, those upper chakras. A lot of threes. You know, balancing of mind, body, and spirit. And this card, it says one. You know, that's that union. So you could be seeing 1111. We're closing things so that new chapters can begin. We're closing the doors to old chapters, old agreements, contracts, or maybe someone's thinking about it or trying to or something. But we're recognizing that the opportunities of our hearts, our dreams, our desires are like right next to us. Like they're just waiting for us to like cut, like to truly just cut things that are holding us off or holding us back. Cut those things off. That's the energy that I get, which is lovely. Okay, so we have a little time. I'm gonna pull from one of my favorites, Soul's Journey. Love these cards. I would read another Rumi card, but those messages are very lengthy. I want to go through them and like highlight, you know, what speaks to me, but I know that it's going to speak to me differently every time I read it. So I don't want to highlight and then limit myself or limit the message that I'm giving to you as what these cards have to say. But some of those messages can be kind of lengthy. I mean, they're great, and they, you know, the language is a little different, but we get it, you know what I mean? And so I don't know, I have to kind of just go where spirit is leading me when these cards come up. But I know that I've read Let Love Transform in the past. Like I said, I don't think I've ever gotten Whirling Goddess, so I may have to read that one to myself and see. And then you show the way. Like this is great. This is great. All right, Soul's Journey. What you got? Oh, okay, you're already jumping out. Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So this could be, you know, that reminder of like grounding ourselves, like reconnecting our bodies, moving our bodies, staying active, exercising, stretching, like grounding our energy, because there's a lot of divine like connection and timing going on. We just read that in the Rumi message. Honesty, look at that, honesty on the bottom of the deck. I was just talking about honesty and being a truth teller, being a communicator, and an excellent communicator, by the way. Honesty, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So let's read what the Soul's Journey has to say about health, this health card here. And then maybe if we have time, we can also read honesty. These messages aren't that long. So health, and the card is very green. Green represents our heart chakra. So that's a place for me of balancing. It's how I balance my upper and lower chakras, my internal and external, or eternal and external chakras, my physical and my spiritual chakras. All right, health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Your body is your temple, and you are responsible for its care. You have chosen to incarnate in this physical dimension to learn certain lessons. And if you don't maintain the physical vessel that your soul has chosen, then you are sabotaging your own plan. Your health is a vital element for your soul's progress, and you should never take it for granted. Be sensible about nourishment and exercise. You could be a sensitive being who must be conscious of your surroundings, because you can easily be drained by people, places, or things. Always make a ritual of protection and cleansing before you work with a client, or just bring your mind back to your heart throughout the day to rejuvenate. This card may also signify a desire to assist other beings through physical or emotional healing work. You may be involved professionally in the medical fields, body work, or psychiatry and counseling. Or maybe you're just a good listener who possesses sage advice. If you or someone you know inherited a congenial disease, past life work may be of some benefit. Look at that. So our bodies are our temples. I've definitely been doing better with detoxing, fasting, and with different things. Being more mindful of what I am putting into my body, and then also making sure that I'm loving on my body by stretching. There's so many different things that we can do, but I have definitely been, this is speaking to me. And then it says that incarnating here in this physical dimension, we came to learn lessons. But if we don't maintain the physical vehicle that our soul has chosen, then we sabotage our own plan. And that's the truth. If we don't have our body, we're not on this realm, right? So our health is a vital element for our soul's progress. That's a big deal. But then it gets into how we could be a sensitive being. I was just talking about how we could be feeling like we're not surrounded by the right folks, or they're not understanding, or you may feel like you could get drained. I know that a few years ago, I felt that way with certain friendships, and I'm thankful that I've learned to either set boundaries or eliminate those friendships when I started to feel like literally exhausted and drained from just the overload, or it wasn't even just the overload for me, it was more like the confusion of it all. Like when things don't make sense, or things are hard or complicated or confusing, it can make your head hurt, and it's like, I know that life doesn't have to be that hard. I'm gonna tell you, I had beautiful relationships, middle school, high school, college even. Like, I'm not saying they lasted forever, where everybody wants to be, I feel like when we're more concerned about a relationship lasting forever, it's because we're codependent and we need that relationship to validate us in some kind of way. Nothing lasts forever. That's what I know, period. And if a relationship comes to an end, it comes to an end. If a friendship comes to an end, it comes to an end. That's easier said than done, but we do have to recognize that and not be afraid to let go. If it's hurting you more than it's helping you, or if it's more bad than good, the bad outweighs the good, or it's not, here's my kicker. It's not fixable. It can't be fixed, or what did I write down? It's not worth it. It can't be fixed, or it's not worth it. When we can answer those questions, and it doesn't mean that, you have to hate the person. The relationship just changes. It transforms into something else. Just like if you, God forbid, were to lose someone that you love, the relationship transforms, right? It becomes more of a spiritual one. And I know that's something that a lot of us have a hard time processing, but I've gotten to that space and I'm thankful for that. So this was a lot of confirmation here. But just recognizing like what is not in alignment, and when we can feel certain things and tensions in our bodies, that's why we set the intentions to either ground or meditate and just sit still and breathe. So we're tapping into ourselves and getting more connected with our bodies, so that when our bodies warn us of these negative energies, or these energies that are not in alignment with us, we're more in tune and more consciously aware, where we feel it, we recognize it, we feel it in different ways, and that's our spirit showing us that this is not in alignment, because our spirit man and our spirit teams can sense energy that we don't see. They can see what we don't see in the background, okay? And then sometimes God will show us things through dreams, visions. You'll hear things, So you're probably picking up on a lot of things, especially if you're picking up on a lot of synchronicities. You're probably also picking up on like whether you feel tension in your body, or your eye starts twitching, or your hand starts itching, or like all these different things where it's like, no, or your ears start ringing, or you'll be talking and your throat will just like somebody wants to shut you up. Like those are signs, okay, that we have to pay attention to. And when we are connected and we open ourselves up and allow ourselves to tap in more and expand that consciousness, you feel those things a lot sooner. And that's what your intuition is for. It's your inner guidance. It's your inner voice. It is your best friend. All right. So confirmation of protection, making sure we're protecting ourselves. I actually, the other day, and I saw this happening. I saw it coming and I still didn't pay attention. But I have these 2 selenite stones here that I brought back from Sedona, Arizona. And I have a moon and I have a star. And the other day I had the star sitting on top of a box of cards over here on top of a rolled up yoga mat. And I knew it wasn't probably a very secure place for it to be. And I said I should probably move that because those boxes of cards may fall over. And they fell over. And when they fell over, this star hit the bottom of my bookshelf and broke. And I couldn't be mad at myself because, like I said, I saw it. I saw it coming. And even when it started to fall over, I knew I couldn't save it. I didn't think it was going to break, but I knew it was possible. But now I had this little star. So I looked it up and it says like what to do with broken crystals. And it said, you can return it to the earth. I don't really want to do that. But it said that you could basically repurpose it. So I think that this is going to be my first wrap, because I've been looking for crystals anyway. I've been looking for, something I can wear on my neck for more protection. I carry crystals with me, but I would love to be able to wear something around my neck. And so I'm going to talk to my friend who just recently did a lot of crystals for herself, and I'm going to wear it around my neck. And then we're going to, wrap it with the copper and make a necklace. So that's my way of repurposing it. And I think that's a beautiful way to celebrate that stone. And like I said, I was looking for a stone, and I would probably have to go, if I was to even find something like this, or even to, find it wrapped, I would have to, pay for it. And now I can make my own, which I plan to do anyway, but I was going to buy a new stone. So anyway, let's read the message of honesty, since it's right here. That was on the bottom of the deck for the soul's journey. I stuck it inside the box. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Being truthful with others is a slippery business. You are expected to tell and expected to be told white lies. No one wants their feelings hurt, but sometimes a strong dose of reality is needed. No one can tell you definitively in what circumstances an untruth would be better, but honesty is usually the best policy. You and only you know in your heart when the right time is to be totally honest. The only time you must be absolutely truthful is when you are addressing yourself. You must at all times present yourself authentically. Oh my gosh. Authentically. That's it. Authentically. You must at all times present yourself authentically to those around you. Only by being yourself do you draw in people and circumstances that you most need to learn from. I was just talking about this because I was literally feeling this way. Like, oh, John, just shut up. Just shut up. So we have to be truthful with ourselves. It is the worst person that we can lie to is ourselves. I've said that on this channel more than once. The worst person we can lie to is ourselves, okay? So we have to be real with ourselves. And then with others, we have to make sure the timing is right, okay? And that's not always easy. And we have to honestly find that balance within ourselves so that we can allow the moments where we might have to bite our tongue. We have to be able to be strong enough to do that and allow the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, for God to give us and show us the opportunity where you can say your message or speak your message or communicate the message and it's received. Okay? You're not here to waste your breath. So, no one can tell you definitively in what circumstances an untruth would be better, but honesty is usually the best policy. And it is. It is, because one lie becomes another lie. And then, like I said, you start lying to yourself. And now you're delusional. Now you're not living in reality. So I think that's a great way to end this. The only time you must be absolutely truthful is when you are addressing yourself. Only by being yourself do you draw in the people and circumstances that you need most to learn from. So be real. Be real with yourself. I heard a girl the other day say that, I heard this months ago, but they said that a liar hates their reality. So when we have to lie, or we feel like we have to lie about something, it's because we hate the reality that we're in. And if everything is a lie, then that means that we don't love our lives. And what other life do you have? You only have this one, right? So love yours, like J. Cole says, love yours. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Love yours, okay? I'm gonna put those in the links too down below. But I thought this was great. I actually am thankful, Spirit, because the honesty, the health, the confirmation of that was powerful. So was the sacred phoenix. I can't make this stuff up, but the sacred phoenix was very powerful too, because it's telling us to continue to love and not to allow past hurt and pain to allow us to basically close our hearts. Like understanding that if we want love and we know that we need love, it's okay for us to open ourselves up and expand ourselves to that love. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. And I will say, always go within, like my girl Mystic Tori says, always go within so you never go without. And baby boo, I forgot her name. She's on Instagram. And I've actually posted, so if you want to see a few affirmations on what to release under this full moon in Cancer, you can go on my Instagram at MiSpot Healing with an I. I posted something there where it's you can take a screenshot. But I also listed all of the affirmations that are in the screen so you don't have to try to catch it all at once or try to keep snapping screenshots to get them all. I just kind of listed them, but you can also, for fun, just take a screenshot, set some intentions, ask your spirit team what is for your best and highest good at this moment. Take a screenshot and you can meditate on that affirmation as the new moon comes in, and use that as a nice ritual for intentions and manifesting, or really just releasing. We're going to release under the full moon. And I also posted another message where I pull cards for every zodiac sign based on what pain we needed to release for growth and wealth or peace, like moving forward, and what also, and another card for what family patterns do we need to release that are not serving our best and highest good. So go on my Instagram, take a look at those. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like, comment. I would love to know who's listening, who appreciates what's happening over here, because there are so many other things that are coming up that I want to do, but I want to know where my people are. So I love you, but God loves you more. And I will see you next time.